Okay, let's get started with the module 2. So if you see the handout, there are 4 steps for doing shadowing practice. The first step that I didn't mention it, I'm going to give a 5-minute or 10-minute lecture about its translation. Then after that, there is a 3 minutes of intensive individual reading. Then it is followed by 5 minutes of pair reading. While A student reads Korean text, B student reads English text. Then we are moving into the shadowing process. What is the shadowing? So while listening and reading the text together, try to repeat what is being said, but don't try to speak. Just move your lips without making sound. Just leave your, that we are practicing the speed. So you are practicing you to speak as fast as the original speaker. Then we're moving on to the step 4. Listen to the English speaker and without seeing its text and repeat exactly what is being said. This is shadow. The shadow is you shouldn't read. The final stage of shadow is you should not see the text. We are just listening and try to repeat exactly what is being said. So let's get started with the lecture. I will spend 5 or 10 minutes. Then we will see and examine how to translate it. The wine is a marker, umbrella. Beer is a umbrella. This is the rhyme. It is beautiful. There is a musical effect. 다 같이 wine is a marker, beer is a umbrella. 시작.
Wine is a marker and beer is a umbrella.
This is interesting effect. The marker is ridicule. So its marker is 거만하게 하는 것이다. So those who are ridicule is arrogant. They are proud. 그리고 what is brawl? Brawl is quarreling. The brawl means quarreling people, argument people, fighting people. They are making a lot of noise. That's why the 독주는 떠들게 하는 것이다. Whoever is led astray, 미혹되는 자마다. So it is not wise. 지혜가 없느니라. So what is chapter 2? A king's wrath is like a roar of a... This is metaphor. You can see the picture in your mind. Wow. If the king is angry, he's furious, he's like a lion. 그래서 왕의 진노는 사자의 부르짖음 같다. 그리고 he also angers for his life. So this is the wisdom of the proverb. Don't let him angry. So if he를 노하게 하면 자기 생명을 위해하는 것이다. You should not anger your king. You should not anger your boss. You should not anger someone who has the power over you. And third one is, it is a man's honor to avoid the strife. What is strife? Conflict. Don't fight. Don't quarrel. Don't argue. Don't pick a fight. 다툼은 멀리하는 것이 사람에게 영광이지만 미련한 자마다 다툼을 일으키느냐. Every fool is quick to quarrel. Every fool is quick to pick a fight. Every fool is quick to argue. Every fool is trying. Every fool think they are smart enough. They have a very good argument. Don't quarrel. Don't quarrel. And don't be angered easily. And also, a sluggard does not plow in season, so at the harvest time he looks but finds nothing. 게으른 자는 가을에 밭갈지 아니합니다. What does it mean? This is wisdom. There is a time to work. There is a time to rest. There is time to plant a seed. And there is a time to harvest. If it is time for you to work, you must plant a seed. So, if you miss the right timing to work, then you have nothing to reap. 그러므로 거둘 때는 구걸할지라도 얻지 못하니라. So, you can see the difference. He looks. It is 구걸할지라도. 그죠? So, you can see kind of modulation is here. Modulation, 변조. 그죠? The translator changes the point of view. 그죠? But he finds nothing. 자, what is verse 5? The purpose of a man's heart. 자, 여기서 purpose is 모략으로 해석됐어요. 모략. 그 목적이 모략으로 해석됐어요. The purpose of a man's heart are deep waters. 깊은 물 같다. However, a man of understanding draws them out. What does it mean? 아무리 여러분이 even if you have a good purpose, you have purpose of your life, 있다 할지라도 뭐가 있어야 돼요? You should be a man of understanding. 명철. And understanding is 명철입니다. 명철. So 명철이 있어야지만 you can draw it out. 그죠? 사람의 마음에 있는 모르는 기품을 갖다. That means your purpose itself is meaningless. There is no way to make it come true. You need understanding. 명철이 필요하다는 거야. Draw them out. So many a man claims to be unfailing love. So unfailing love, 그죠? 영원한 사랑, 변함없는 사랑. Then you can find it. The unfailing love was translated as 인자함, 그죠? 인자함 is something like a compassion, generosity, and pity, gentlemanship. But unfailing love was translated 인자함. So you can see a modulation is here, 그죠? They change the point of view. But a faithful man who can find. 충성된 자를 누가 만날 수 있으랴? What does it mean? There are many people who claims to be gentle. However, it is very difficult to find who is really faithful. And let's move on to verse 7. The righteous man leads a blameless life. So here we find the interesting strategies. His conversion. Can find the conversion. So the 온전하게 행하는 자는가 의인이다. 그죠? 온전하게 행하는 자가 의인이다. 이렇게 해석했어요. 온전하게 행하는 자, object becomes a subject가 된 거야. 그래서 온전하게 행하는 자. The blameless life was translated into 온전하게 행하는 자. What is blameless? Wow, he has no blames. There is nothing to blame. 흠할 사람 흠이 없어. There is he is the man that we cannot find any blame on him. We cannot blame him. That blameless is a person who has no blame in his life. But the blameless life was translated 온전하게 행하는 자, and the righteous man is 의인이다. 그죠? So you can find the conversion. Use the conversion. The object of English original text was translated, was changed into the subject of a Korean text. 후손에게 복이 있는 자, blessed are his children after him. After him is omitted. After는 해석 안 했습니다. 그다음 let's move that verse 8. When a king sits on the throne to judge, he winnows out all evil with his eyes. 심판 자리에 앉은 왕은 그의 눈으로 모든 악을 흩어지게 하느니라. We can winnow out. So this is a metaphor. It scatters. He knows. The judge can judge. The king, if he sits on the throne to judge, all the evil will be thrown away. So it winnows out. 악을 흩어지게 하느니라. 자, verse 9. Who can say I have kept my heart pure, I'm clean and without sin. 자, 내가 마음을 정하게 하였다. So I have kept my heart pure. So it was translated. 내가 마음을 정하게 하였다. 정하다 is pure. 순수하게 했다. I am clean and without sin. 내 자를 깨끗하게 하였다. 할 자가 누구냐? Who can say I am clean and without sin? So who can say? So that means even if you claim that I am clean without sin, but how can you claim it? This is only self-claiming. You cannot claim that you are pure and you are clean. That means there is another king to judge. It's not you. It's not for you to judge yourself. It's someone who is more powerful that who can judge you. So the final chapter we are going to do to this class is verse 10. Differing ways and differing measures, the Lord detests them both. So you might be curious how translated into Korean. Differing ways, 한결같지 않은 저울. 그죠? I think this is clever. 한결같지 않은 저울. 그리고 differing measure는 한결같지 않은 대. 그죠? 이거는 the Lord detests them both. 그죠? 여호와께서 미워하시느라. That's it. So now you have a pair. So I'm going to give 5 minutes. So one student read the Korean, individual reading. I will give 3 minutes. So 3분 동안 I would intensive reading of Korean and English, and if you are English internet student, just try to memorize and read attentively only English text. 자, 3 minutes intensive reading. Time is up now, so let's get started with the pair practicing. Would you please raise your hand if you are writing at the right side, you are reading the Korean text. And the left side students will read the English text. Let's start. Let's ready go. 자, 이거 while listening, please move your lips. While listening, you can read the text. Reading test and the listening test at the same time. So then you can just move your lips without making sound. Don't look at me. 다 날 쳐다보고 있어. 나 보지 말고 look at the text. Looking at the text and listen to the text. Then just move your lips. Move your lips. This is to practice your speed of speaking. 다시. Let's try it again. Then now about 2/3 of our students are moving their lips while reading and listening to. But 1/3 of students still remain do nothing. Let's try the third time. 자, let's move on to the next shadowing station now. So you don't see the text. Just listen and try to repeat what is said. Now you can speak. This is shadow. So without seeing the text, just listen to the text and try to repeat what is being said at the same time. This is a shadow. Let's try again.
Chapter 20. Wine is a mocker and beer a brawler. Whoever is led astray by them is not wise. A king's wrath is like the roar of a lion. He who angers him forfeits his life. It is to a man's honor to avoid strife, but every fool is quick to quarrel. A sluggard does not plow in season, so at harvest time he looks, but finds nothing. The purposes of a man's heart are deep waters. The man of understanding draws them out. Many a man claims to have unfailing love, but a faithful man who can find? The righteous man leads a blameless life. Blessed are his children after him. When a king sits on his throne to judge, he winnows out all evil with his eyes. Who can say, I have kept my heart pure, I am clean and without sin?
자, anybody who can volunteer to shadow? 없어? 자, let's try once more. 한 번만 하고 I'd like you one volunteer to shadow. 다시 한번.
Chapter 20. Wine is a mocker and beer a brawler. Whoever is led astray by them is not wise. A king's wrath is like the roar of a lion. He who angers him forfeits his life. It is to a man's honor to avoid strife, but every fool is quick to quarrel. The sluggard does not plow in season, so at harvest time he looks, but finds nothing. The purposes of a man's heart are deep waters. The man of understanding draws them out. Many a man claims to have unfailing love, but a faithful man who can find? The righteous man leads a blameless life. Blessed are his children after him. When a king sits on his throne to judge, he winnows out all evil with his eyes. Who can say, I have kept my heart pure, I am clean and without sin?
So maybe our international students, maybe they can do that, I believe. Any baker, you can do that? You can do that. 자, one more student, please. You don't have to be perfect. 조금 틀려도 돼. I would say if you follow just 80 or 70% of shadowing, that would be good enough. Okay, let's take our time. You need so that's okay. We need more practice. It'll be it'll be a little bit challenging for us. If it is interpreting class, then I will give this text one week before, so they can enough time to practice. Then you can come over and perform the shadowing. But this is good enough. Anyway, good. And let's have a friendly talking time. 자, 10분 동안 friendly talking. 자, 얘기해야 돼. If you remain silent, then I will go around and just talk. 10분 동안 얘기하세요. 자, now we have heard the English text, and then you might be curious, what is the Korean? The Korean translator translated it as a subtitle in the Korean. 자, let's look at how she translated it. And let's think that is there any way to improve it? Now let's edit it. So can you see this text here? 자, Korean text 읽어보세요. 우리 현재.
이건 제가 실제로 고등학생들에게 했던 2시간짜리 강연을 3분으로 줄인 강연입니다. 이 모든 건 7년 전에 제가 테드 강연장에 가는 비행기를 탔을 때부터 시작되었습니다. 제 옆자리에는 한 10대 고등학생이 앉아 있었습니다. 그 학생은 정말 빈곤한 가정에서 태어났고 자기 인생에서 무언가를 해내고 싶어 해서 저에게 간단한 질문을 던졌습니다. 어떻게 하면 성공할 수 있나요? 유감스럽게도 저는 그 학생에게 제대로 대답해주지 못했습니다.
So how do you find it? Is it good enough? Yes, it's good enough. This is done by amateur translator. 아주 이 정도면 not bad. But let's think if you are a professional translator, then you should be able to improve it, edit it. What's the first problem? It's too wordy. And also the second problem is it's too faithful to original text. Let's imagine this is subtitle. There is a time limit. So if there is one subtitle remains here, there is only 3 or 6 seconds that can stay on the scene. So it should be shorter. It should be also it should be effective to the Korean leaders. There are too many words. You must delete something pronoun, for example. So how would you change it? How would you edit it? Take an example. 자, 이건 let's try to 고등학교 대상 2시간짜리 강연을 3분으로 줄인 겁니다. 자, 이 모두 7년 전에 제가 테드 강연장에 가는 비행기를 탔지요. 옆자리에는 한 10대 고등학생이 앉아 있었어요. 이 학생은 가난한 학생이었지만 뭔가 의미 있는 삶을 원했습니다. 어떻게 하면 성공할 수 있을까요? 유감스럽게도 대답을 잘 못해줬습니다. Will be shorter. 그죠? Then, second paragraph. 자, 우리 누가 읽어볼까? 예원이가 읽어볼까? 그러고 나서 자, how can you edit it? 자, 예를 들어서 비행기에 내려 테드에 왔어요. 문득 생각했지요. 여기 성공한 사람 많잖아. 이 사람한테 성공의 비결을 알려주고 학생들한테 알려주면 되겠구나. 그로부터 7년간 학생들 그 테드 참석자의 500명한테 물어봤습니다. 이들이 어떻게 동기부여, 이들이 어떻게 성공의 비결과 성공의 유인이 뭔지 물어본 거예요. 책에서 행동하게 하다, 동기 유발하다 이런 뜻이에요. 성공 비결과 성공 유인이 무엇인지 물어보겠습니다. 물어보고 그 결과를 말씀드리겠습니다. 자, 그다음 any student Korean. 네, how can you edit it? 먼저 열정입니다. 프리만 토마스 씨는 열정 덕택에 여기까지 왔다고 했지요. 테드 연사들은 좋아서 일하지 돈 때문에 일하지 않아요. 코렐 콜레트는 돈을 내고라도 일을 할 거예요. 흥미로운 건 좋아하는 일을 하면 돈도 따라온다는 사실입니다. 그 다음 anybody? 노력하세요. 그렇죠. 네, 노력하세요. 루퍼트 머백의 말입니다. 열심히 하는 것밖에는 없어요. 져줘오는 건 없습니다. 재밌다고요? 네, 테드 연사들은 일하는 것 자체가 재밌는 거예요. 그러니까 더 열심히 하는 거죠. 자, 일에 중독된 게 아니라 일을 즐기는 사람들입니다. 자, 그 다음. 네, 알렉스 가든은 알렉스 가든 말입니다. 성공하려면 집중해야죠. 정말 끝내주게 잘해야 돼요. 마술은 없어요. 연습, 또 연습뿐입니다. 노만 주이스는 말입니다. 성공하기 위해서는 집중하는 수밖에 없습니다. 라고요. 자, 어떻게 edit, how can we edit it? 그리고 밀고 나가세요. 데이빗 갈런의 말입니다. 신체적으로, 정신적으로 계속해서 밀어붙여야 합니다. 소심하고 자기 회의를 뚫고 끝까지 해내야 됩니다. 그리고 나는 착한 편도 아니고 영리한 편도 아니지만 제가 성공할 거라는 생각도 못했어요. 그러나 자신을 밀어붙이는 게 그렇게 쉬운 건 아니에요. 그래서 밀어붙이는 엄마가 생긴 거예요. 자, 그래서 프랭크 게리 엄마가 계속 그를 밀어붙였다고 말했습니다. 그다음, 네, 그렇죠. 섬기십시오. 셸리 누랜드는 의사로서 남을 돕는 것이 영광이라고 생각해요. 요즘 많은 아이들이 백만장자고 되고 싶다고 말합니다. 그러는 너를 위해서가 아니라 다른 사람을 위해서 가치 있는 일을 해야만 한다고 저는 말하지요. 그래야 정말로 진정한 의미의 부자가 된다고 말하죠. 아이디어 테스트 빌 게이츠는 이렇게 말해요. 최초의 소형 컴퓨터 소프트웨어 회사를 설립할 생각을 했죠. 그게 너무 좋았거든요. 아이디어 그 독창성은 마법이 아닙니다. 간단해요. 그 증거가 있어요. 그 다음 참으세요. 조 크라우스는 인내야말로 성공 비결입니다. 당신 실패를 통해서도 참아내야 되고 크랩을 겪으면서도 참아내야 돼요. 크랩은 비판, 거부, 멍청이 그리고 압박을 의미합니다. 자, 맨 마지막 우리 준환이.
맨 처음 말한 질문에 대한 대답은 간단합니다. $4,000를 내고 테드에 오세요. 그럴 수 없다면 지금 말한 8가지를 실천하세요. 정말입니다. 이 8가지가 여러분들을 성공으로 이끌어 줄 것입니다. 인터뷰에 응해주신 모든 테스터 분들께 감사드립니다.
자, you can see the difference. So this is example of editing the original translated text. So what is the difference? Major difference. Shorter. 짧게. The subtitle should be shorter and to the point. 근데 first of all, the one of the basic thing that we should improve is avoid pronoun. 저. 그러니까 저 많지요. 주격 대명사 다 털어내야 돼요. We must remove it. 자, this is an example. So maybe we are moving the second TED lecture. The lecturer was Bunker Roy, learning from a barefoot movement. In this case, maybe you can edit it. Korean text를 한번 try to edit it. 그죠? This is for the next class. Anyway, let's move on to the film shadow. The film shadow, the first step is just to listen and repeat what is said, but just move your lips. Just move your lips without making sound. Then, after that, then you are reading and listening and repeat what is being said, and the final stage of it is just to translate. Just listen and try to translate. That is the final stage of film shadowing and translation. So let's try from the first step. The first step is just to shadow the Korean and English text. That could be a little bit challenging for us, but let's try. 자, 저거 하는 동안 just would you please individual reading English text while I'm preparing the YouTube site? So I'd like to invite one student to come over here and just without listening the sound, just speak as fast as possible. 자, 이렇게 친절하게 여러 개 나오면 아주 얼굴 안 나오고. So it's very important for the Korean students, if you are an interpreter, that you should be able to speak in Korean language very fast and clearly. So this is why the TED lecture could be useful text for you to practice the speed speaking of Korean language. Anybody who can challenge here? So I'm going to chunk it in 1 minute. 자, any students that 제가 불러낼까? I'd like to invite one student to just speak, repeat what is being said. But I toned down. I made it sound wide because if you turn up the sound, that the sound itself can be interfering for your speaking. That's why I removed the sound. So it'd be easier for you to just repeat what is being said in Korean. So anybody? 자, you don't have to come over here. Just to stay there and just to speak as loudly and as fast as possible in Korean. So while we are writing that, I'd like to do the next class preview. The next class we will continue with the film shadowing and the translation. And the next lecture will be the Banker Roy's learning from the barefoot college, barefoot movement. So I chunked it into 3-minute session. And we are going to do only the initial 3-minute session of this lecture. So this time I already gave the Korean and English version text so that you can get ready. I'd like you to spend at least 30 minutes to practice it, because we will see how better you can do that next class. So next class, I hope that you will be able to shadow and also translate it into Korean while looking at the English text, English subtitle text. So let me show you this text. The reason I chose is the speed is relatively less challenging while the content is very good.